So today I'm working another 24-hour shift. But tomorrow, I planned on going ahead and clearing out the coops, and then what I'm gonna do is take that, put in the garden beds, and get all that turned over. So I'll take you along with me for that, show you how to do that. So I guess I'll talk to you again in the morning. Good morning, Webbie. Good morning, Webbie. Get you some greens. And some pellets. And some hay. What do you say? What do you say, Webbie? What do you say? Okay, so our egg haul from this morning, as you can see, not too shabby. So they're actually doing their jobs now instead of freeloading. All right, I'm gonna make sure I get these chickens out because I really don't want them in there while I'm trying to clean the coop out. Plus, with me spreading that DE, I don't want them breathing that stuff in while it's, still kind of airborne. Hey, chickens! What are y'all doing, chickens? What are you doing? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, they're all outside. All right. What do you want, chickens? What do you want? What do you want? I don't have anything for you. No. I don't have anything for you. No. So, what I'm going to do is just shut them out of the coop so I can get in there and get that cleaned up. And then I'm going to move the stuff I clean out of the coop. I'm going to move that to the garden beds, and I'll turn those and let that stuff sit until around February when I get ready to turn the garden beds again, and that stuff ought to work out great. Then by spring that stuff's fertile and ready to be planted. So let's get set up and get this stuff cleaned out. Alright, so I pretty well got the coop cleaned out, but the next thing I'm going to do is start spreading that diatomaceous earth in there. Hence the reason I went ahead and shut the chickens out, because I don't want them breathing that stuff in when that dust is flying in the air. And I, of course, I'm going to have to do the same thing because it's not good. Now there's two reasons I'm putting that diatomaceous earth in there primarily. Number one, to control bugs, insects, fleas, ticks, that kind of thing that may come up during the spring. But also, just as important, is this moisture control. So it absorbs any moisture, and I don't have to worry about, the bottom of the coop getting damp and moist and all that, especially during these winter times when I keep it closed up more than I normally do during the summer. So let me get that stuff spread, and I'll show you how to do that. And yes, I'm also going to put it in my lay boxes. Now it's time to get the hay and go ahead and spread it all around and get the lay boxes filled back up. Now let chickens back in once I get their food and water back in here. One thing you're going to notice is I'm going to make sure that this hay is thicker below the roosting bars more than anywhere else, because that's where the majority of their poop ends up. So it's just easier to clean up once they do that if I make it thicker where the roosting bars are at. But as far as below their water and their food, I don't really put it that thick there. They really don't mess that area up much, and the majority of what they do in that area anyway is kind of scratch it around like they're scratching to eat. So I don't really worry about it below their food and water, but below the roosting bars, pretty thick. And of course in their lay boxes, I'll make it pretty thick too. Give them a pretty comfortable place to lay their eggs at. But what I'll do is I'll put a good ledge hump in the front of the lay boxes so the eggs don't end up rolling out of the lay boxes. So we got all the hay in. Next thing to do is to go ahead and get their food and water back in here. You can get them set up, and I can open the door. They'll come in here and mess around some, do a little bit of scratching, and get it set up the way they want to. So let's get their food and water back in. Okay, so the chicken's coop's done. I'll take you up and show you where I put all the stuff in the garden at. And let me get it closed up and open their coop back up for them. And we'll go take a look at the garden beds and show you what I did there. Open back up for you. There you go. If y'all want to go in, go right on in there. Alright, so what I was going to show you was what I've been doing with that hay and stuff I took out and was used. And what I do is put it in my garden beds, especially during the winter time. In the summertime, I definitely won't do it because it'll burn them up with that chicken compost in there. But that's all in the garden bed, and it's kind of poofed up right now. But what generally it'll do is it'll break down pretty well during the winter time. So when I get ready for planting during the spring, it'll be perfect. Broken down. All that chicken compost in there, the hay will break down, of course. And you might ask, which people have, well, why we went with hay versus the wood chips. And we tried the wood chips, but they're just not as beneficial. It takes a long time for them to break down. They don't really break down in the soil that well, whereas the hay does. Now mind you, I do have to change the hay out a little more often than I did the wood chips, but at least I'm getting twofold uses out of the hay versus those wood chips that I have to pile up in a corner and just let go for, 2 to 3 years. Whereas the hay's done in, 3-4 months. So the hay's definitely more beneficial than those wood chips. At least to me, they are. But that's just my opinion. So let me get this stuff spread out, and this bed will be good till spring, till I'm ready to turn it and start planting. Oh yeah. Meant to mention also, another great thing that's great for, especially during the winter time when it's sitting, is it controls weeds. So I don't have to worry so much about weeds growing up in my garden beds. So it works out pretty well all around. Neighbor just stopped me. Said, hey, we got some milk. Their family had come over for Christmas and had a young kid and drank whole milk, which they don't. So he asked us if we wanted it. I said, shoot, yeah, I can give it to chickens. Replace some of that calcium with them laying in them eggs. So I give them a bowl full of that milk, let them have it, and then I'll come out and check tomorrow. Whatever they ain't drank, I'll go ahead and chunk it. But I got the feeling they'll probably drink the whole thing. So let's give it to them. All right, chickens, watch out. Coming through, chickens. Watch out. All right, chickens. Let's see how y'all like that milk. Oh yeah. Happy New Year, ducks. Happy New Year, ducks. Happy New Year, chickens. Happy New Year, chickens. Of course, it's still the last day of the year now, but tomorrow I'll come back out and wish you another Happy New Year. Okay, so every year people have the same problem. What in the world are you going to do with the leftover Christmas tree? What I'm going to do is just go take it and throw it in the compost pile. All the green stuff kind of compost down, and whatever's left as far as the trunk and all that, I'll burn with that big pile of wood I got going. Hey Penelope, hey Penelope, hey baby. Of course, this ain't nothing but a big baby. I think though she thinks she's queen of the house, which truthfully, she probably is. So, I'll let that Christmas tree compost down and then take what's left. And see this, probably late January, I got this big mess to burn. And I'll take the ash and put it in my garden beds and let it break down even more, so when I get ready to turn the beds in late February, early March, that ash will be in there. Be perfect for my beds. So that turned out okay. It's better than just throwing a Christmas tree by the road and just letting it go to waste without using the full benefit of it. Huh. So I was going to give you an update on our apple cider vinegar. As you can see, they're still stewing. I probably got another. I need to burp these things actually. One second. There we go. Got to burp them bad boys just to make sure that you let the pressure off, because it is fermenting. Hear that poof? Oh yeah, she's coming along good. Oh, that bad boy's fermenting good. Hey guys, we did want to take the time to say thank you very much for watching. If you please like and subscribe, it does help. Any comments or suggestions that you have, we'll be more than happy to attempt it. I'm not sure if we'll do the best at it, but we'll make a solid attempt at it. Any suggestions, comments, whatever, please leave them below. We'll be more than happy to get to them. I'll answer any questions that you may have in the comments below. And for the most part, we certainly hope you have a safe and a happy new year. And we'll see you next year. Thanks for watching. See you next time.